These clubs have reached the final of this competition twice in the last 3 years, but if Wednesday are to overcome United tonight over 90 minutes, they'll need to beat them by 2 clear goals, and that's something no side has managed for 18 months, a total of 91 games. That's the size of the job facing Sheffield Wednesday in the blue and white stripes, who'll kick off in front of a full house 35,000 crowd here at Hillsborough, and a really tremendous atmosphere. Coleman, played on by Palmer, and Hurst in possession for Sheffield Wednesday. Useful ball as he tries to release Sinton, who's moved over to the right to try and attack Dennis Irwin, whose fitness obviously is a problem for United. They thought he had a strained back muscle, which might have kept him out. Coleman coming forward to receive the throw. Difficult situation there for Keane. Turn forward towards Hurst, and the whistle has gone. The free kick has gone against the Sheffield Wednesday man for a foul on Paul Parker. Opportunity to say welcome to Kevin Keegan. Kevin, if we get half as good a game as we had between Aston Villa and Tranmere, we're in for another cracker.
That's right, Alan. That was a terrific tie. I'm sure, looking at the personnel on the field here tonight, I think we can hope for every bit as much in terms of entertainment. Whether we'll get quite the same sort of finish at the end, I don't know. It's maybe too much to ask for. But if this was a game of chess, you'd say they'd exchange queens early on, because no doubt Chris Waddle is very, very important for Sheffield Wednesday. And the fact that Cantona is not playing for Man United, it's like exchanging queens in a game of chess.
Giggs looking for Hughes. Headed clear by Walker. Bart Williams takes over for Sheffield Wednesday. No free kick. The Sheffield Wednesday fans furious. This is Coleman. And again from Palmer. Parker gets there first for United and finds Hughes. Typical Hughes, so strong in the challenge, and then a foul on Ince. Free kick to Manchester United, but vintage Mark Hughes and vintage Paul Ince, who always reacts rather angrily to those sort of challenges, and the referee's going to have a word with him.
I think they're a little bit disappointed that he didn't play advantage here, but I think he wants to clamp down early on, as he did. Anybody who saw the game Wimbledon against Man United in the FA Cup, he clamped down very early on, did David Ellery, and because of that I think we got a good game of football.
Graham Hyde, who committed the foul, also had a telling off from referee Ellery. Ince is there again and finds Hughes. There's a good-looking ball. Keane's cross, clean across the face of goal, and it's a goal! Brian McClair has scored for Manchester United with only 4 minutes gone. Kevin.
Well, this is a terrific ball, but there's still a lot to do for Keane on his weaker foot, but this is very hard to defend. And it's amazing, they leave Cantona out, in comes McClair, and after what, 2 or 3 minutes, he's put them really on the road to Wembley. It's a bit of a mountain now for Sheffield Wednesday.
Well, strangely enough, Brian McClair, as I mentioned before the kick-off, is United's leading scorer in this competition. That's his 4th goal. And quite a lot of those appearances have only been as a substitute. Well, how does Sheffield Wednesday cope with this problem now? They're 2 behind on aggregate. The only consolation for them, as Brian McClair has really brought a ceiling of silence almost around Hillsborough, is that they have figured in some high-scoring games against Manchester United in recent seasons.
Just look at the quality of that ball. I mean, very, very difficult for a goalkeeper to defend at any time. But when you think it's happened in the first couple of minutes of the game, it's even more difficult. He's not warmed up. It came actually from, I think it was Walker giving it away. but they were really punished, probably more than any other side in this country could punish you, because there was still a lot to do once he'd given it away.
Manchester United with this incredible record, 33 games without defeat in all competitions. Kanchelskis for them. One back by Pearce. Ince continued to apply the pressure to such an extent that David Hirst actually lost his boot. But no free kick has been given with Wednesday in possession. Only one goal for David Hirst this season because he's been out injured for so long. And how they need him to return to goal-scoring form tonight. Got it well for that one. And gets it back again from Bright. Now Hyde. Nielsen, whose mistake, of course, let in Ryan Giggs for the winning goal in the first leg. It's good football again from Manchester United, the champions of England. Coleman's header clear. Difficult bounce for Bright. And Ince wins it off Hirst. Parker. Palmer with the interception. And gets it back from Hirst. This is good football from Sheffield Wednesday. Sinton has Nielsen on the overlap. The cross aimed to Bright on the near post, and he got there ahead of Schmeichel. Giggs. The challenge by Hyde was a good one, but then the cross was wasted. It's good football again from Manchester United, and a lovely ball almost to release Giggs down the left. It was read though by Andy Pearce. Now Hyde. Bright. Keane in the right place for United. And now Parker. Carlton Palmer. That's a foul, there's no doubt about that. Late challenge by Bruce on Mark Bright.
Yeah, it's not a bad challenge, but it's the sort of challenge that David Ellery, more than most referees, stamps out early on. And then he sets the pattern for the rest of the game, which hopefully will see a lot of good football, because there's some fascinating duels out there. Sinton against Irwin. Hirst up front against the likes of Pallister. Hirst, who Manchester United once tried to sign. So, you know, there's a lot of interesting duels out there.
Bart Williams' free kick was a useful one, but met first by Bruce. Kanchelskis with a curious header, and he's kept the pressure on his side. Sinton gets it back from Carlton Palmer, or at least that was the intention, but it was very well read. And that's a great ball to release Kanchelskis, and they've got three forward on the break here, United, and they're galloping into spaces again, and it's crossed towards Kanchelskis. They've done it.
It's a terrific goal, Alan. I don't know how he squeezed it in. Kanchelskis, he's not renowned for heading, but it's such a good ball from Ryan Giggs. I think Pressman had set himself for the shot here. Watch this ball from Kanchelskis, and he doesn't stop running. There's a lot to do. Keeper thinks he's going to shoot, and what a beautiful ball back. And it's Kanchelskis who squeezes it in.
It went in off Des Walker, but the execution of that counter-attacking goal, beautiful cross, wasn't it, from Giggs to pick out his opposite winger, and via the defender, Kanchelskis squeezes it in. And incredibly here, Manchester United are leading by 2-0 on the night and 3-0 on aggregate with only 11 minutes played. Well, nothing is impossible in football, but Sheffield Wednesday are facing just about an impossible task now, surely. Kanchelskis for United, scorer of their second goal. And now Parker. Ince. Keane. McClair. That's a foul on Hughes. The referee says play on, and that's certainly a foul. And this is going to be another moment of danger for Sheffield Wednesday. It's a good position for United. They've got some very clever players from free kicks, the likes of Irwin, Keane himself, Giggs of course. It's Giggs, it's just a little bit too high, but give him time and he'll get the range right. Scored the goal, of course, in the first leg, and if people thought then that one goal wasn't going to be enough for Manchester United tonight, well, they'll have to think again now, I suspect.
We're seeing that goal again, Alan, and we'll be seeing a lot of this one. That is just a beautifully flighted ball, but it's still a difficult angle. But Pressman had such a job getting back that he couldn't just get to it, and you do feel now that Man United, you know, you need to play them 3 or 4 matches to get possibly 3 goals against them, and they've got something like 75 minutes. It's a tough order.
Quarter of an hour gone, and it's Sheffield Wednesday 0, Manchester United 2, with United leading 3-0 on aggregate and playing quite superbly already. Problem here for the defender, and then for Pressman, who didn't really want it in that situation, from Pearce. Well, people keep wondering when Manchester United are going to hit a bad patch this season. Kevin Pressman doesn't know the answer to that one either. They've played a total of 43 games this season in all competitions, Manchester United, and lost only 2. Wednesday at the moment have no answer to this brand of Manchester United football. Although it all went wrong there, and Keane found it hitting his own chin, but they've still kept possession with Ince. It's a great run. Danger here for Wednesday.
Deflection, got a deflection. Otherwise, that would have also, maybe Pressman would have been picking that one out. A terrific run from Ince here. He's got the strength to shrug off Carlton Palmer, and then he goes right for the jugular. And watch this, he just gets a deflection off of Coleman and just goes wide.
Well, they're looking absolutely irresistible at the moment, Manchester United, and we've only had 16 minutes. Sheffield Wednesday have been stunned. Kanchelskis, and then Giggs. They're so good at keeping possession. And I think that was sheer frustration there by Bart Williams. Just had a little bit of a nibble at Kanchelskis' ankles.
Yeah, the danger signals are there, Alan, for them, aren't they? Because they've actually got to push out. They've got to try and take the game to United, but that could be fatal.
Alistair almost found McClair in a good position. Now Nielsen, and he's saying, look, who do I hit? I've got no one to pass to. And he had to go back to Walker. Parker covering in the middle for United. And it's Ole football already by Manchester United. They just keep winning it back, stroking it around. And Sheffield Wednesday at the moment are chasing shadows. It's delightful to watch. McClair, Hughes has continued his run, he's in a good position in the box. Couldn't quite lift the cross over the defender to find him. Ince. Now Bruce. And on it goes. Mark Wright tries to apply the pressure to Ince. He was quite happy to go back just to keep possession. And Sheffield Wednesday can't get hold of the ball. Schmeichel changes the emphasis. Pearce with the clearance, and that's a foul by Ince on Palmer. two England teammates, although at the moment, of course, Palmer not selected in Terry Venable's first England squad. Bart Williams has crossed over to the right now to try and cause a few problems. He gets it back again. Irwin knocking it long, looking for Giggs. Nielsen wins it back and finds Hyde. Good looking ball towards Bright. Might have done better there, Mark Bright. Scored in the league game here against Manchester United in October when United won 3-2.
Yeah, it's surprising. This is probably one of the few teams that could cause Wednesday Man United problems in the air, but he's still a long way out there. He's around about the penalty spot, and it would have took a really good header to beat Schmeichel from there.
Manchester United leading with just about any set of statistics you care to look at the moment. And Hyde has gifted the ball back to them again. Interception finally by Walker, and now Palmer to Bright. Hyde looks for Palmer. Parker just did enough to knock him off the ball, but he has conceded the free kick. It's the signal for the two big defenders, Pearce and Coleman, to go forward and try and cause some problems there for Schmeichel. Sinton will take the free kick. Palmer is also in the box. 6 Wednesday players in a line. But almost inevitably, it's a United man, Bruce, who meets it first. That's the way this game's going at the moment. And here goes Giggs. And he's got Kanchelskis up in support as well, and slips it through to him. Well, he had to work hard there, Walker, to keep it away from Kanchelskis. And they've got on with it already. That's a goal kick.
Another terrific run there from Ryan Giggs, and just the final ball could have been a bit more pace on. He started in his own half. He's got Nielsen on backing off, and then he knocks a ball. If he'd have just put a bit more pace on it, or had it been anybody else but Des Walker, who is quick, they could have been 3 now.
Bright's header on, finds Hurst. Can Sheffield Wednesday get that goal they need here before half-time? Sinton's cross is a useful one, touched away by Palmer. Irwin gets it clear then, and now Nielsen. He's rather lucky to get that back off Irwin. Keane denying him any room. Slides it through to Hyde. Schmeichel with a brave save, comes back again to Hyde, and it's in! Sheffield Wednesday have got a goal back. Hurst right on the line, as Hyde somehow got it in from an acute angle. And with 12 minutes to go to half-time, that might put a different complexion on things.
It gets a deflection here. Hyde's looking to drive it across. First, Schmeichel drops it with Bright going in, and then this, I think it's hit someone, and it's in the net before Hurst gets a touch on it. But it all started with Nielsen in the corner, but he's waiting. It's a great ball in, difficult to defend. Schmeichel's let it go, and I think it's slight deflection, but it's already in the time the two of them arrive in the net. Whichever one of these sides goes on to play Aston Villa at Wembley, you know you're assured of a great Coca-Cola Cup final. But from the sake of the game, I felt 1 minute like Man United were going to run out maybe 5-6 goals here, because it was difficult for Wednesday. But now, you get the feeling these 10 minutes before half-time are critical for Man United. Every single player's back behind the ball now.
Free kick for a foul by Keane. Decent one too. Coleman and Pearce both getting up for it. It comes to Sinton. It's a good cross. Well, it went over, but it was in flight for a long time, and Schmeichel telling his defenders, calm down, and that's an encouraging sign for Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a great piece of skill. If it'd been on his right foot, I think he would have delivered it slightly better. But he's got 2 good feet, and he'll be disappointed with the end product. But again, just a switch of Bart Williams and Sinton has just changed the shape of the game a little bit, and I think that's been a good move for Sheffield Wednesday.
I wonder if United will complain that Mark Bright knocked the ball out of Schmeichel's hands there. Certainly that shot confirmed that Hurst's touch was after the ball had crossed the line, but that's academic now. Long way to go, though. 8 minutes of the first half for a start. That was a good clearance there by Pearce, because Kanchelskis would have been through otherwise. Now Bart Williams. When pressurising him.
I think the only thing that's certain about this game is we won't be seeing penalties like we did last Sunday with the Aston Villa Tranmere. Now we know that there's certainty that it won't be decided on penalties, which a lot of people will be pleased about.
Bart Williams. Good interception by Keane. And he finds Hughes. Good effort! Oh my word, just as you think Manchester United are rocking, they come back with another goal. 7 minutes to go to half-time, and Mark Hughes has restored their advantage.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Kevin Pressman there. I mean, he'll be the first to admit that he should have stopped this, but again, you just can't keep these people down. Looks like he's going to shoot, plays the ball to Mark Hughes. He's got so much space, but really, that's gone right under the goalkeeper. He's had a great season for him, but he'll be disappointed with conceding that one.
Mark Hughes gets his 14th goal of the season, his third in the Coca-Cola Cup, and that brief revival by Sheffield Wednesday is on the back burner again. Well, that really is awful news for Sheffield Wednesday. Just as their hopes had been raised, they were just as quickly dashed. They now trail by 3 goals to 1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, and their goalkeeper will be mortified with that mistake.
Yeah, he won't win goal of the season, but you try telling Alex Ferguson and Man United that. It came just at the right time for them.
Pearce looking for Hurst. It's almost demoralising for the opposition the way Manchester United appear to deal so comfortably with opposition attacks and then go forward so effectively. Parker is down injured at the moment. That's why Manchester United's players have decided to knock it out of play.
This is the other thing that where Manchester United have had the little bit of luck that you need this year, and it's amazing how often it happens. When you're playing well, when you're winning games, you don't get injuries. I think you just fall, you get some knock here. Is it on the face? Yeah. He's up against Hurst. He's given away a few pounds and a fair few inches right there, but he is another strong lad. But they really are a terrific bunch of professionals, and it's not just the players he's got on the field, as we keep saying. No Cantona, in comes McClair. They've got Robson on the bench. They've got terrific strength in depth. They haven't even seen anything sharp. So I think he'll have to go to his dentist this week.
Yeah, he got a right crack in the mouth there from Hurst. He's holding the sponge, and with half-time approaching, and indeed half-time has arrived now, he can have treatment in the dressing room. It'll be a happy Manchester United dressing room right enough. They lead at half-time here by 3 goals to 1.
We're not renowned really for our quick starts in games. I must say this, I'm always on to him about that. I said, you know, you are allowed to score as early as, as the first minute if you like. There's no law saying you can't, but for some reason we always seem to take our time. But it was a great start, 2 goals in 10 minutes, and that set us up. And it was a really good professional performance. The preparation was brilliant. You could see they were mentally tuned in. Everyone wanted the ball, and the energy they spent up and down the pitch made sure it was a real cup tie type game for Sheffield, made it difficult for them.
Well, Paul Parker gets his first kick of the second half, and he got a crack in the face, of course, just before half-time. I understand from the dressing room they've inserted a couple of stitches in that mouth wound. Obviously he's okay to continue. Straight onto the defensive as Nielsen goes forward for Sheffield Wednesday and finds young Bart Williams. Palmer into the box. It's a good layoff by Bright. Nielsen's cross, very deliberate, but Parker was underneath it. Comes then to Hyde. Hurst tried something spectacular and it didn't come off. Manchester United had enjoyed 7 successive wins before their draw at West Ham on Saturday. The lead, the Premiership by 7 points. They're in the FA Cup quarter-finals, where they have a home tie as well. against opposition from a lower division. Can anyone stop United's march on an historic treble? They've stopped Hurst in full track then. And Sheffield Wednesday have a free kick. Coleman. Well, great scream for a foul then from the Sheffield Wednesday fans packed behind that goal, but they've got it back anyway with Hyde. Ince takes it off him. And for once, Manchester United penned in their own half. Sinton. And again. Was that handball? Again, great cries from the crowd. The referee unimpressed. Palmer. Nielsen. And United break clear. Not quite the ball that McClair was looking for, though, to release Keane.
So dangerous now for Wednesday, but what else can they do? I mean, you said they're penned in their own half. That's when I think most of the time that they are at the most dangerous, because they break with such pace and they're so direct.
Yes, I think we can say to anyone thinking of nipping down to the local, don't do so yet. There's plenty left in this game, because with Sheffield Wednesday having to pull people forward here, I'm quite sure we're going to see some more goals.
Yeah, and the other thing that's really worth mentioning is that Man United, they're not the sort of team to just shut up shop. They don't know how to, really. It's not their style, it's not the way they've been brought up. So, from that point of view, they'll still be looking to increase this lead.
Hyde for Sheffield Wednesday, who trail 3-1 on the night. The looking ball for Bright. Palmer, rather. Bright was in the box. Palmer wins the corner off Irwin.
He's a genuine lad, is Palmer. I know he's been left out of the England squad, and I think a lot of people maybe won't be that surprised, but he certainly gives everything he's got. I've seen him play centre-forward from this year. He's not a centre-forward, but might be able to go at it.
It's a decent-looking cross by Bart Williams. Can Sinton do the same from the left flank? He can. Palmer gets up well. Unlucky. But it has fired up the crowd, the way Sheffield Wednesday have started this second half.
This is a great cross in, and he gets there. But look at Pallister, and there's Ince in there, and he just couldn't direct it down. But a terrific ball, again with his left foot from Sinton. And he's looked a much better player since he switched sides, coming in or going out.
Look back at an earlier incident when there was a great cry from the crowd for a penalty. Was that a suggestion of handball? Anyway, player's gone on to the other end, and Pressman with a timely catch.
Well, 16,000 people behind that goal surely can't be wrong, or can they? They've all got blue and white on. It didn't look enough to justify a penalty to me from what we saw there.
Pallister battling away there. Bright gets the shot in. Palmer almost onto the loose ball. And Schmeichel not too happy with the challenge that Palmer made. I think it's fair to say Schmeichel in his time in England has picked up a bit of dressing room English and knew exactly what to say to Carlton Palmer then. They beat Manchester United in 1991. It was their first major trophy for 56 years. They also won promotion, of course, that season. A little bit of check going on here, I think. Hurst involved. Irwin trying to tell the linesman to keep an eye on things. Temper's getting a bit frayed. Walker wins it back, but straight to Bruce. Sinton. Hyde. And now Nielsen. Pearce took a risk there with Hughes close to him. Bart Williams. Sinton. Good challenge from Ince. A good ball, lovely flick from Hughes to Keane. Beautiful layoff it was. And Keane goes for the heart of the Wednesday defence. And he's still there. Great jackal by Walker. Superb defending from Des Walker.
That's why he's still in the England squad. If there's one man you want in that situation, when you're 1 against 1, and even backtracking, it's this man, because he's got incredible pace. And I mean, Keane's not the slowest, but you never felt he was going to win that race.
Manchester United have got a free kick out on the right, which Giggs will take. Bruce has come forward for it. Pallister stayed on the halfway line. Pressman very safe this time. Took over from England's Chris Woods, of course, following, in fact, United's 3-2 win here in October, and he's been in goal for Wednesday ever since. So he would be the first to admit he's not had the best of nights tonight. Bart Williams charging down McClair's clearance. Nielsen. Cleared by Bruce, only as far as Coleman. Sinton with Parker. It's good running by Sinton, and he lofts the cross in towards Bright. Cleared by Pallister as far as Hyde. This is Nielsen. Bart Williams. There's a Sheffield Wednesday player lying injured on the goal line, out on their left flank. I
think it's Andy Sinton. Andy Sinton, he crossed that. A lot of the Wednesday fans were disappointed or thinking it was a late challenge. And I think
well, players come to a halt because Manchester United have got a free kick, with all the Wednesday fans furious still about the challenge that floored Sinton. I have to say I didn't see it myself. Did you, Kevin?
No, I didn't, because like everyone else I was watching the ball, and I think the referee was as well. But obviously, again, 14,000 whatever is behind that goal saw it, and they thought it was a bad challenge.
Of course, he got that crack as well in the first half, Sinton as well. Here's McClair for United. Kanchelskis with the layoff. Parker. The boos are all about that incident with Sinton. Parker. Hughes. 2 inch. And the chorus of boos every time a Manchester United player gets possession. Kanchelskis takes on Coleman. Palmer doing well to win it back. Terrific long ball, but Irwin has read it well. Sinton is still off the pitch there. You probably just see him at the top of the picture. He's just limping back on now. Limping is the operative word at the moment. Looks in trouble again. Ince, meanwhile, for Manchester United. Hughes and McClair ahead of him. This looks dangerous. It's a great run by Ince. Giggs. Well, you can't touch Giggs in the box like that. They had to let him make his own mind up, and he's won a corner.
Yeah, he's a difficult one to mark, but Nielsen's done it as well as anybody, I think. You know, I know he made a mistake in the first leg, but they're going to miss him here at Sheffield Wednesday, because fullbacks of his quality, you know, don't just grow on trees.
Corner kick. Giggs takes it, and Keane met it on the near post, but didn't quite get the angle. Giggs again. Oh, that's brilliant play. Well, if he could have provided the cross to match the run, that would have been quite something.
I don't think any other player, certainly in Great Britain, could have got along this line the way he did, with the amount of space that Bart Williams allowed him, because he's going nowhere. Look, this is just terrific, and it's a shame his final ball wasn't a little bit better.
Remember, it's Sheffield Wednesday 1, Manchester United 3, 4-1 on aggregate to Manchester United. They're playing for a place in the Coca-Cola Cup final against Aston Villa. Keane. Irwin. And now Giggs. Manchester United fans at that end rise to applaud the, well, brilliance is no other word, of Mr. Giggs. Watson goes in, almost got his first touch. Irwin got there ahead of him though. Now Hughes. McClair. It's a good run and he measures it out to Parker on the right. Back to Kanchelskis. Lines up the shot for Ince. Wasn't a bad effort.
Yeah, he waited, took his time. It's not his best foot, his left foot, but he's still got quite a good strike on it. With Watson coming on now, Alan, I mean, he's not a naturally wide player, so you're going to see more or less a three-pronged attack but fairly central from Sheffield Wednesday. They may get a bit of joy from that, because one of the full-backs will have to come in.
Irwin winning it back superbly, and that's a good ball to release Giggs. Kanchelskis is sprinting into the penalty area far side, but Giggs might fancy a solo run here. You can't call a player as good as him greedy, but the word did leap to mind there, Kevin.
No, I think he did the right thing. The only problem he had at the end of the run, of course, he ended up on his weaker foot. But even he will be disappointed not to attack. When he runs with the ball is absolutely no problem to him. He's in complete control, and unfortunately, it's his right foot. And he'll be disappointed with the finish, but delighted with the run.
That's a goal kick. Of course, the other thing about Manchester United, with their wealth, Kevin, and their huge support, and the fact that they apparently have some of the best youth players in the country. I know you'll disagree, and so will every other manager in the Premiership, but it is possible to see them, you know, going on and kind of continuing this success for quite a few years, isn't it?
Oh yeah, as I said before, they're setting the standards that we've all got to try and reach, and they're setting tremendous standards. They have got a terrific youth side, got beat by Leeds in the final of that, so you can assume that they've got as good as anybody, if not better. They've also got probably 3 or 4 million to spend at least on 1 or 2 players should Alex Ferguson decide that that's what they need. I think the only thing is that Howard Wilkinson tried it at Leeds and it didn't quite work. They've got to be the right players.
Kanchelskis the right player for them at the moment, and he pulls it back to Giggs. Well, he could have been ordering his Wembley suit tomorrow morning if he'd put that one in. I'd somehow think he'd be down the tail as soon anyway.
Again, it's a great move. It's Kanchelskis who gets him back. He delivers a super ball. It's never easy when the ball's coming back, especially it bobbled up just before he hit it, and it's on his right foot. But again, he'll be disappointed in the target.
Well, Manchester United have waited a long time, it's fair to say, 26 years, to lift the league title, which is the ultimate prize, of course. In that time, they saw Liverpool in particular, their arch rivals, winning title after title. They've still got to do that. They've still got to go and retain the championship and then win it again and again and again, like Liverpool did, to be regarded in the same light as the great teams from Anfield. But they're showing all the signs of being capable of doing just that.
Yeah, they've also got to go and win that European Cup, because that's what Liverpool did as well on numerous occasions. And so all the time, people will be setting them targets, which will be difficult for them to achieve, but by no means impossible with the talent they've got at their disposal.
Strangely enough, of all the things Liverpool achieved over the years, this domestic treble is something they never managed. Manchester United haven't yet, but they're a vital step closer to it tonight. They are in the final, surely. Parker finding McClair. He's got Hughes and Giggs in the box. Hughes! They can order the Wembley suits now, all right. And they can start looking for tickets. Manchester United are going back to Wembley to meet Aston Villa in the Coca-Cola Cup final.
That's another great ball from McClair there. He was given a lot of time, but he's coming for Cantona, and this is the sort of thing Cantona was doing and we were raving about. Terrific finish from Mark Hughes, just keeping the ball down, hitting the target. And I'm delighted he's got a goal, because he's worked his socks off tonight for Manchester United. little lesson maybe there for Giggs. That's not Mark Hughes' best foot, but he kept the ball down and he kept his eye on it. And just little lessons for him to learn, because he's young enough to learn an awful lot more yet.
5-1 the aggregate score now, 4-1 tonight. 2 goals for Mark Hughes, bringing his total for the season to 15, 4 of them in this competition. Here comes Bart Williams. One final run perhaps for Sheffield Wednesday, and it's a good run too, and it should have been a goal at the end of it, marked right from point-blank range, with Manchester United's defenders all appealing for offside. Could only hit the ball against Schmeichel. That could have been a late moment of joy, though it's pretty immaterial for Sheffield Wednesday. Parker for United. 3 minutes remaining. A couple of party pieces still up United's sleeve, perhaps. Giggs in possession. Hughes looking for Giggs again and finding it. McClair joining the attack. Irwin spreads it to Ince.
The 2 managers now, Alan. One will want it over as quick as possible. That one will be Trevor Francis. Alex Ferguson could watch this all night.
McClair tries the shot, which deflects to Giggs. And there he goes again, nipping into the space. A little bit of a trick on the ball. And a great little volleyed pass to Ince, who loses out to Carlton Palmer. Watson. Well played. Hurst tried to reverse the little ball to the hard-working Hyde.
This last goal, I think, was a terrific ball from McClair. And Hughes keeps his head down, keeps it on target, and he won't win goal of the season again, but it was a great finish.
Thousands and thousands of Sheffield Wednesday supporters have caught the early bus home. And in truth, this game was virtually over in that first 20 minutes when Manchester United scored twice. Hyde's goal gave a very brief glimpse of hope to Sheffield Wednesday, but that's all it was.
Alan, I've never seen the stadium empty so much before, but it is over for them. But they've no need to be ashamed. They put up a good fight. They had to climb a massive mountain after conceding those 2 early goals. But the one thing Trevor Francis has had from the Sheffield Wednesday players is plenty of effort. Probably the thing that's been lacking is a little bit of finesse and invention at the end of some moves. But it's certainly 100% effort from everybody, and they can take great pride from actually getting this far in the competition.
Yes, that's absolutely right, and it's fair to say that quite a lot of teams would not have lived with Manchester United tonight. It's all over. The final score is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Manchester United 4, 5-1 to Giggs's boys on aggregate. Mark Hughes got 2 of those goals, McClair and Kanchelskis the others. Alex Ferguson, who's won a major trophy now for United and their adoring fans in each of the last 4 seasons, has at least now one very, very good chance of another trophy to add to that impressive list.
We got a great start, Chalky scores in the first couple of minutes. His record here is unbelievable, Sheffield. He scores every time he comes. So I was delighted he got a start. We've got terrific.
Well, it was a bit of a different role, really, the way that we played the game tactically. We decided to play 3 in the midfield a little bit, but obviously giving myself and Roy a lot of freedom to go forward. But I mean, we got the start that we couldn't have anticipated at all.